Good evening. I really don't like hearing my voice on the, what's it called? Speakers. But I power through. Let me start again. Good evening, everyone. How are you? This has been a lovely evening. I am second to last to perform today. And as I said, my name is Femi Spoken. Reason being is because by the time I am finished, Femi would have spoken. You see the link there is there. I'm about to get my introduction over. I am a second year student studying electrical electronic engineering. It is my passion, but it gives me headache, as things do in life. I started poetry when I finished secondary school, but I took it seriously back in 2011 when I did my very, very first paid performance. Got £30 that night. I was so gassed, I couldn't believe it. Went straight to McDonald's for myself a milkshake, all them things. But since then, I've been trying to do more with my poetry. So almost anywhere you go online, if you just type in Femi Spoken in Google, you'll see. First, you see my face. I'm actually not smiling, but you'll see so many other things. I have SoundCloud, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. What else is there? WordPress. So many things just to get myself out there. And tonight, if time allows me, I would like to perform two pieces. Two. Not one, two. So one of the pieces is something I perform all the time. It's kind of emotional, kind of not, but it's meant to be inspirational. And the other one has to deal with my childhood, funny enough. So I'm going to go with the childhood one because it's new. And the other one, if times allow, I'll go with that one later. So, things. I haven't actually rehearsed it because, coursework, deadlines, all them things. Where is it? It's called Imagine. So try and imagine the words I'm going to say to you today. When I was younger, I had a friend who left town for good. But you see, he told me that he'd be back like Schwarzenegger. I asked him, how do you figure? You believe your departure will be temporary, but your parents say that it's for your safety. He told me, bro, it's all good. When I come back, just say, hey, Arnold. And we'll turn back time like Power Rangers Time Force and we'll be set on a course to explore the world like Dora. Because she was like 6 and got to go anywhere. But in time, my focus became on having a swag like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Everyone was kung fu fighting, more concerned with postcode clans and gangs. Unlike me, with my grease lining, I was more concerned with staying alive, staying alive. And to my surprise, I survived 16 long years. And everything from there was supposed to be cool. I thought I'd be blessed. But then I soon came to realize how similar life was to a game of chess. With the aim of the game to protect your king with your queen by your side and the sheer number of sacrifices made to win the game. Friends lost, new ones made. That's all the same. And yeah, it's a shame, but as I said, it's part of the game. Sega, Nintendo, PS1, Street Fighter, Mario Kart, and Donkey Kong. Every game has a goal and objective, but by the end, whichever won the affection of the girl you were supposed to protect, your damsel in distress. They are the reason we pick up the controller and stay in front of the TV for hours on end, rather than study for the maths test that's due Monday after the next weekend. Because you see, it starts with the girls. And at first they were acute, but now the angle of their curves are obtuse. And that becomes my excuse to abuse the ability of sight so that I may gaze and be amazed at the beauty blessed by God. And although it was odd, that I never found my jazzy, you see, there were too many girls that saw me as a lad. I had the carpet upon which we could stay till eternity, till it glides back down to a reality without a genie or a star to make a wish. Because each time it ended with a kiss. Each relationship ended like Titanic, stuck in an ocean of my regret, which of course leads to panic. But then you see, I would say to myself sometimes, if only I could see the future. But that's so raving. A peaceful life was all I was craving, because I still had and have my proud family. The ideal, my wife and kids, is the dream I seek. But I'm still young to the eyes of many, and that's kind of deep. So, they call me immature because I spend the greater part of my allowance on toys and games and still spend most nights watching cartoons, which they all sell the same. But what they don't realize is, I want to be a smart guy. I want to be as smart as Dexter, that intelligent mind, but as cunning as Eddie, who's always on his grind. Chasing after those cats like Bugs Bunny, call me Bugsy Malone. Wanna throw my punches as hard and as fast as Sylvester Stallone. I wanna walk on the moon like MJ, be it Jordan or Jackson. Have you ever considered the future, the one from the Jetsons? Was our past anything like the Flintstones? I think so, hence why I still watch them. But you're 21! You need to grow up and take some responsibility. Huh. And it's talks like that that makes me put on my cloak of invisibility. With my pen in one hand and my paper in the other, I enter my fantasy. Where I've created the dream team, the Justice League, where I am the Dark Knight, the Batman. But I never wear tights, because even from a young age, I knew what it meant to be a Batman. But you see, I've always got mysteries to solve, like Scooby-Doo-Doo. I'm always able to stumble upon some Blue's Clues. On a never-ending crusade to save my city, because recently, she hasn't been looking too pretty. Lately, she's been getting more and more dirty. So like the advert says, seal it bang and the dirt is gone. You get the bullet bang and the boy is gone, because we sealed it bang and the dirt is gone. I'll say that again, slow it down for you. So like the advert says, seal it bang and the dirt is gone. You get the bullet bang, now the boy is gone, because we sealed it bang, now the dirt is gone. But my hero doesn't use guns. He uses words so eloquently spoken so that we can converge on the notion that we are one people, one nation. He explains how long we have suffered in silence, but change won't come tomorrow. It requires patience. But time is money and we've yet to be reimbursed for our time. Trying to be a freedom fighter like Huey, trying to make a change with my poetry. It's all baby steps, though I'm still a rugrat. Over the years, I've noticed I've been called to duty, in search of that halo. No horse, no polo, not looking to be another black hero, but I'm not your average Negro. Because I am Weasel. Have to save all the Billies and Manlys whose lives have been grim, showing the difference between cow and chicken. Trying to pinpoint who's beefing, being less cowardly and gain more courage like the dog. On another journey through the yellow brick road. I guess that makes me Toto. I have the tools to make my fantasy a reality and I'll chase it like Tom chases Jerry. But this isn't just another game of cat and mouse. I see it as a monopoly. And I control the board like the banker, trying to soak up money like a sponge, but I'm too round for that square pants. So I'll fly like a butterfly and sting like a bee, and that's it, you see. You can be anything you want to be with your mindset free. It's all possible, just use your mind. Imagine what life could be. Use lessons from your past so you know how life should be. The power's in your hands, so take control. The sky is the limit, but your imagination is limitless. Let me stop. Thank you, thank you. That one was meant to be performed a couple of months back, another performance, but I never got the chance to. And so, technically speaking, you guys will be the first people to actually hear the performance properly. So, thank you for listening. And if the MCs will allow me, we're lit. So I have to cut it. I can't do the next one. Are you sure? Okay. That's life, you know. People just cut you short and they're trying to hide this. But, actually, funny enough, if you actually want to hear the next piece, it's called Men Don't Cry. Some of you may or may not have heard it already. But it's on my SoundCloud, Femi Has Spoken SoundCloud. Or just type in on SoundCloud, Men Don't Cry. You will find it. Please give it a listen. Thumbs up, like it, share it on your Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, all them things. Let people know that men do cry. But it's called Men Don't Cry. Thank you for listening.